Okay. Okay, so you lift the blade up, then drop the blade down. Leave it in float. It's handheld, right? So the lights up red. Okay, good. Then come on around the front. Put your jack in. So now you're cranking it down until the foot is on the ground. And then how many cranks? 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, hang on. So your handle should be able to pull out freely. If it doesn't pull out, then you just might have to crank it a little bit more. Then undo your plugs. So once you've undone the red and black power cable, or actually go ahead, once you've undone the control harness, so this one here is actually your float. This is your control harness that goes into the back of this. Once you've undone that, it won't let this collapse anymore. So this actually locks it in that position. The idea is the chain wants to be relatively taut, like you don't want it any more than this. When he backs up, go ahead and back up. So then turn that off, turn off the float, and then just back the truck up. So you don't want it really any more untaut than that, because if you do, then what happens is the lift frame is going to fall backwards towards the truck. So he's going to back up. Now watch. See, it wiggled just a little bit, but that's not really a big deal. So now when you come back in, come on in. When you come back in, even if you're off by a little bit, okay, keep coming. Keep coming. So then you bang, okay. Now, if you were off, actually let's simulate, take the jack, bring the jack down a couple of cranks to simulate that he wasn't in the proper spot, so the pin isn't going to slide in evenly. Okay, well if it didn't slide in evenly, what you do is you plug in this black one here, which is your controls. You can plug your lights and everything in, but then you go back around to the cab and put it in float. So then what's going to happen is this will collapse. Then you can actually take your hands, put one hand here and one hand here, and just rock the lift frame. Because it's spring loaded, it'll drive the pin back in. And then you just make sure you take your jack back out, plug everything in, take your jack out, back up and running. So if you're binding, either the jack hasn't been, either the pins here are binding, so your jack isn't lifted enough, or it's lifted too much.